welcome to my channel. I'm Laura, and today I'm gonna be sharing with you part 2 of my thrift haul. Last week, many new people watched the video, and so I'm kind of excited for you guys. Hope you guys are coming back to see part 2. There was pretty good finds, and yeah, let's get started right away. So I did mention I did buy some dishes, and I got these dishes. Very classic design, white. I love this kind of thing. I've been looking at dishes and white dishes a lot lately, and they have like all scallops and curves and polka dot things like that. But this last week finally was the time when I fell for it. This is just Gibson, so it's not a super fancy brand, but the price was just right. It was $7 for 6 of these ones, which are my smaller ones, and then $7 for 5 of the big plates. So I will be on the hunt for the 6th one of these, and yeah, I think they were going to look really, really good for spring or for Valentine's. It's even summer. You could just find some new plates, really cute things to put on top, and it'll just make them come alive. So that's the plates that I've been telling you about. I also, if you were here before, you've seen I thrifted lots of Fiesta wear. I normally don't keep Fiesta wear. I like more like calming colors, and then I can layer with tablecloths and all the accents and flowers. So these are the plates. Now I also found this guy for $4.99. It's a candle holder, but it's a stand. So I wanted to bring it. Maybe I'm going to spray paint it gold, do some rub and buff. I do some party decoration sometimes. I'm starting to rent my dishes and things like that. But I am always doing something either with family or friends or at school or at church. So I decided I should just have it because it's going to come handy at some point. In that same note, I did pick up this one for $4.99 as well. And it's this big like spindle. It's made of metal. It's hollow in here. This is nothing old, but I think it will fill up a space in a table, in a corner or something. So I decided to bring it for that reason. Now, we're going to get to the good stuff. I promise you there's vintage here. All of these things, not vintage. This I was so happy to find. I've been looking for cherub babies for my Valentine's decor. And I have one like this, smaller, that is all brass. So I wanted to put something like this somewhere for decoration for Valentine's Day. I was really happy. It was about $3.99. Put it in the dishwasher, so it's all completely new because it was dusty. And I'm really happy to have a cherub baby. Then I bought this bag with different frames, and it was $3.49 minus the 20% off. So it had this metal one. It says it was sold at Fred Meyer, and then it had this vintage one that you can tell is vintage because of the children in the picture there. And the main reason why I bought this is because this frame looks so well made and heavier. It's made in Indonesia, so yeah. And I don't know what this material is. Probably resin because it's a little heavier. So I decided to bring that for $3.49, and I said like 20% off, then makes it about what about $3 or a little below $3. Now if you've been here for a long time, I have a family and we do lots of parties, but you also know that I'm a teacher, and so when I saw this, I thought this would be so useful for the Valentine's month. If I don't use it here, I'll use it at school, like I said, or church. Then I grabbed this guy. I'm wanting to finish up my bedroom, and I've been mentioning this, and I think a lot of these things that I picked up in the last week and a half, they're gonna go in my bedroom. So this was $6.99, and it's this little jewelry kind of apothecary drawers thing. This is a remake from something old, but it's not so new. So I will think like maybe 2000s or something like that. Okay, so now the vintage things. I did find this. I'm guessing it's Homco. I don't see a label. I have something like this. This was $4.99, so it's pricier than normal. Um, I have one, and I don't remember if it's exactly this matching thing. I want to start using this in the wall, accent wall, just to fill up spaces. But also, you know how you have sometimes like the odd corner, so you don't need a pair of sconces. You just need the one to fill that up. So I think that's where I'm gonna try to put this. Now I did find a pair. These are also $4.99, I think. Yeah, and these are disgusting. And I debated, should I bring them, should I not? But I decided to bring them. I don't know where they were, but it's this pair. So I will be cleaning them really nicely, and maybe I will be selling these ones. I think they're good. They're just, you know, a little too, and this is Sirocco, so not Homeco, but Sirocco. And yeah, I like them. I just don't think I need this many. And so, and then I'll wash them and, you know, fix some things. Then I also found this frame. I have one just like this, $2.99. I thought it was a good deal. I love when they have the matting in gold. So lots of like really small things that I can upcycle, just use my own art, my own pictures, my own drawings, lettering, things like that. I also have this little thing. I'm thinking this is good for potpourri or anything that smells good. This is not super vintage unless 2000s is vintage, which I think it is. So it's $5.99, and I wanted to see the original maker, but I couldn't. So I like this also, like for accents, and I can see these next to a bird nest and some eggs and things like that, like very springy, very light colors. I like it a lot. Then, and the material, I don't know what it is. I think it's like some sort of resin thing. It's not a glass. Then, speaking of glass, I picked up some milk glass. I haven't been picking up milk glass a lot, but I thought for $1.99 this was worth it. And it's this kind of like jewelry box. Yeah, so here it is. $1.99, really good deal, right? There is a small tiny imperfection here. So I'm gonna research in this and see where this comes from, but I think it's pretty cute.
Can I see it?
What is it now?
Can I see the inside?
Yeah, sure. My son wants to see the inside. It's just a box. And boxes are so cute. And desirable. For some reason, lots of people like boxes. I'm gonna save some of the best for last. So let me go to this. Don't go buy your florals new. They're expensive. I bought this for $5.49. And I have all sorts of florals. So I have like what? 5 peaks in here. Of course, you need to dust them, shake them outside, put them in the sun. But they're as good as new after that. If you also have been here for a long time, you know I'm hosting a exchange student from France. So when I saw this would be great for a party for her birthday, graduation, something like that. It was $6.99, and so I'm gonna use this sometime for a party for her, and then keep it because it's so iconic. Then in one of the boxes I bought for $3.49, there was this metal heart that I don't know where it came from. And it has this hanging mechanism, so you can hang it in the wall. Use it as a, I don't know, to put your hot items on top. So that was there, but also this huge shell was there. And I do have lots of shells that I can put this one with. I thought it was very interesting. Look at that. So definitely worth the $3 with these two items there. And that day I was just feeling like Valentine's, so I did get some of these, another one of those bags. It had all of these scented roses soap, just beautiful to put as an accent in the bathroom. Probably my guest bathroom. I'm gonna put some of these. They have some different smells. I also could put them as a gift to my girlfriends. So we'll see what we do with those. Then in that same bag there were these two brass trays. They're pretty heavy. I don't like the logo for Lebanon, so I would put a fat candle on them. In fact, I have some pink candles I can put in this because I do like all of these edging on the border, but I do not like the colors for Lebanon. So I mean, I thought they were practical and I can use them and make them look good. I need some help figuring out what these are. I got these ones in a bag as well. These are brass. I feel like they could be cute for a craft, as like small planters, as something like that. So if you can think of anything, let me know what to do because I love the accent of brass, but I didn't know how to use them. Like, and they're good just like to pour things into one side or the other. Okay. The best items now, I guess. So we have this little Cupid angel thing, $3.99. Cheryl Baby, $3.99. You know I wanted to have some of those. I found this guy here also. This is one of those flat ones. It was $4.49. Pretty expensive, I think. But I've seen these ones in the fridge. You put a big, really strong magnet and then you can have flowers on your fridge. And I thought that was pretty cute. This was random thing that was in one of the bags. So I think I'm just gonna try to use it even by putting, not this exactly, but you know, by putting something like this, painting it, maybe make it look like a hurricane vase or something like that. Okay, so I am back with this. So this beautiful teacup set, it was $7.49 for 7 of these, and I have them all here. I can prove it, which was so exciting to me to have all these many teacups. If you like tea sets and things like that, pretty sure you're gonna be excited when you see. These are Haviland Limoux, I don't know, from France. So the Rosalind set, and like I said, $7.49 for the 7 of them, and made in France. Pretty cute. And then I'll let you take a look at the, sorry about the noise. Let you take a look at the saucers there. And the saucers, as soon as I saw the cups, I'm like, yeah, I'm grabbing them and then turn around and look for the saucers. So these are the saucers. And I do have 8 of them for $7.99. So obviously there's one teacup missing, but you can still serve 7 people perfectly or 6 people perfectly. And yeah, I thought this was pretty good deal. And finally, I got this brass planter with the legs. $10, so $8 with the discount. These things are becoming harder and harder to find. I do have lots of them, but it's hard for me to find them at the thrift store anymore. You don't find them so much. So yeah, this is my haul. I am wearing pink and I have hearts in my ears and my necklace. So I'm thinking today might be finally the day where when I finish styling my house for Valentine's Day. So thank you for joining me for today's video. Please like and subscribe. I'll be posting the video of my house soon since think I'm already set with decor. And see you later. Bye bye.